Mavs GM Nico Harrison and head coach Jason Kidd spoke to the media for the first time since the trade yesterday, and it was pure cinema watching them try to defend themselves.
What would you just say to fans who are frustrated about this move?
I'm sorry they're frustrated, but it's something that we believe in as an organization. It's going to make us better. We believe that it sets us up to win not only now, but also in the future. And when we win, I believe the frustration will go away.
Just 2 weeks ago, Harrison said this in an interview for a Slovenian media outlet.
I think it's a tough job, but it's an honor because I feel like we're going to be champions, and it will be because of Luka. So I'll be honored to deliver that championship.
Do you maybe get some calls about, I want to play with Luka, can you get me a job in Dallas?
All the time. All the NBA players, they're like, yo, bring me, I want to come.
Now he apparently thinks Luka isn't that guy that can lead them there anymore, or he was just lying for fun, probably the latter. This is literal rage bait that we're receiving from an NBA general manager. Nico, I don't believe anything you're saying. Like, you can't even with a straight face analyze this because of how little sense it makes. The fan base doesn't believe anything you're saying. Look at Mavs fans who went out to hilariously protest a trade outside American Airlines Center throughout yesterday.
This is crazy, man. We went to the NBA Finals. Why are we trading the best player, the franchise player? He's supposed to have a statue. Hell yeah. He's supposed to have a statue.
This whole press conference with Nico Harrison and Jay Kidd was an insult to Mavs fans' intelligence.
But we really believe in it, and time will tell if I'm right.
It's not about better. It's about, you know, being able to, again, Nico has talked about defense. Defense wins championships.
Dude, I'm so sick. Why do they keep harping on defense? Do they realize they just made the finals last year with, let's face it, a roster that probably wasn't even one of the 4 best in the West in terms of supporting cast around their team's stars? In the way they're talking about this, you would think they lost to the Clippers in the first round last year. This is so hard to talk about seriously because you never see a trade that actually is unexplainable. Jay Kidd's face says it all when Nico is thanking Rob Pelinka for not leaking the trade.
No, and I'd like to give Rob Pelinka a lot of credit. You know, trades, you guys have been around here, trades don't happen at the smallest level without stuff getting out.
Yeah, dude, I wonder why. He was probably up at night these past few weeks praying that this trade wouldn't fall through. You threw him a lifeline. Of course he was gonna abide. Okay, I'm gonna move past the conspiracy realm and assume it was Harrison in the Mavs' decision, even though I don't think we can leave anything off the table at this point, considering Harrison revealed himself that the only team he reached out to was the Lakers. Because even if they wanted AD so badly and had their eyes set on him, they didn't extract both of LA's available first-round picks, only getting one. The Jazz at the 2023 trade deadline, when they took on Russell Westbrook's salary and shipped Mike Conley to Minnesota, got one of LA's first-round picks. Granted, top 4 protected, but come on, this is Luka. They should have easily, and I mean easily, extracted Dalton Connect, Austin Reeves, both the picks for starters. I mean, like, that's like the most simple thing. Maybe the contracts for Reeves and Connect don't match, but like the picks 2029 and 2031, how do you not get both second-round picks? Literally every and any asset you can get. But let's for real move past it this time, and I think Jay Will on Get Up this morning had a very interesting thought on what actually could be behind this.
And that's a new ownership group since Mark Cuban has been dwindled down a little bit, stating like, hey, look, this is my organization. This isn't your organization.
I think this is the only logical conclusion you can come to because none of the reporting on this makes any sense. Whether it be the conditioning worries, even though he's averaging 28, 8, and 8, I mean, like, what are we talking about? Or the defense, because Dallas had the 5th best defensive rating in last year's playoffs, and they again just made the finals and drastically overachieved. Or even that they don't want to pay him a supermax, like, that is the biggest bullshit ever. Top 20 to 25 players at supermaxes, let alone a top 3 player. Like, it's not even a question if a top 3 player should get a supermax coming off the finals. I mean, it's not even worth explaining. You know, if you watch basketball, that is like the dumbest question ever. Because I may not take Luka if I had to pick one player for the regular season, but if I had to for the playoffs, like, who do I want to pick out of anyone in the league? I think a lot of people are taking Luka, including myself. I know damn sure I am. He's one of 2 players in league history to average 30 points per game for his postseason career. Him and Michael Jordan. That's also to, go along with 9.4 assists and 8.7 rebounds with already a laundry list of postseason heroics. Going on the road to pummel Phoenix in Game 7 2022, flat out embarrassed them. I mean, it was bell to ass. We've all seen the memes. It's the most memed game of probably the 2020s. Even going back to 2020 and 2021, nearly taking down the Kawhi PG Clippers. In 2021, taking them to 7 games, and don't let revisionist history fool you, these were Kawhi and PG teams that were amongst the title favorites, having the 3rd highest odds to win the title entering both postseasons. Then, of course, last year being the most impressive of them all, as playing through injury, got past the Harden Paul George clips, which, whatever, you can discount, but people who know basketball understand that was a good team. then the top seed Thunder, and the Wolves in a gentleman's sweep who had just beat the defending champs. Man, it is hard to digest what we just saw, and there's no other explanation than it was the Mavs' new ownership, the Harrison family, wanting to let it be known we run the franchise, we have the power. Nothing billionaires love more than flexing how much power they have. They wanted to send a message saying, we're stopping this player empowerment era, this is our team, you're gonna follow our rules, do things our way, aka when we tell you you're overweight, you're gonna get in shape and actually not like, push back and say, oh, I'm too good for this, I made the finals, blah, blah, blah. And obviously it doesn't even need to be said, that's a very egotistical mentality to have, and we're gonna see it backfire big time, and they'll learn their lesson all right. Any team, and this goes across pro sports, who has their basketball, football, whatever specific sports decisions influenced by ownership, it never goes well.